everything really doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm learning that now. Like, sometimes you really just have to do it.
Real animalistic with that one. The girls love Teddy Hamilton. You already know. Okay. Hey friends, welcome back for another video. It is the last week of October. Today we went to a pumpkin patch with my family, and I just want to go ahead and start out a reading vlog for this week because I am determined to finish my October TBR. I'm sorry if I sound a little sicky poo because all of a sudden I'm stuffed up, but you know what? We're reading these books this week, okay? I've already read, I think, 5 out of the 9 books on my TBR. One of them I already returned to the library. I returned Matchmaking for Psychopaths because I had already had it since September and it wouldn't let me renew. And I'm not one to hold books hostage. I know most libraries don't have late fees anymore, but I still feel bad. So I returned my overdue library books. I returned it, okay? But we still have 3 books that I want to finish by Friday the 31st. Today is Sunday, okay? Whatever that means. The Sunday before the end of the month. But currently, I'm in the middle of Bury Our Bones. Look, not even the middle. I'm about 25%. To Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by VE Schwab. This book, I will say it's a little bit slow, but I'm still intrigued. And I'm not gonna lie, I low-key shed a tear already reading this because there was a part that had to do with like sisterhood. It just made me think of like my little sister looking up to me for guidance, even though sometimes the big sister be lost. And I cried. And I'm not even halfway through the book. But when I first found out about this book, all I heard was lesbian vampires. And I said, okay. But this is very, very much more than that. It's pretty deep. And honestly, I haven't really got to the vampireness of it all, for real. I mean, we got little maybe this is what this is or this is what that is, but I haven't really gotten into much. So far we're following Maria and Alice, who are in 2 completely different time periods. Maria is in, I think, like 1530 or something like that. Back in those days, you just wanted to be married off to somebody or to at least someone wealthy or of a certain name. And so that's like kind of what Maria's kind of going through. And then Alice is in college, living a free, fun, wild life, but she's a little more of a shy type, okay? And yes, both of them have expressed some interest in women. So I guess the lesbian vampire part is there, but we haven't got to the vampire part fully of it yet. And I'm very excited to continue reading it. But I will say it's a little slow. I ended up getting the audiobook, but I haven't listened to it. I listened to maybe like 1 chapter in the audiobook because I was enjoying reading it. And I feel like because this is my first VE Schwab book, I just wanted to just dive into her writing. It is very lyrical, very, very layered, and I'm enjoying it so far. And yeah, you know, I took this dust jacket off. I just put it back on there for you. I also was trying to start this today, Parable of the Sower, the graphic novel. I honestly might try to just read this for the rest of the day and just finish this today if I can. I mean, it is still a lot of pages, I guess, but because it's a graphic novel, I probably could read this pretty quickly. So I might just go ahead and read this today. And then I still have Mate by Ali Hazelwood, which is a very anticipated read for me because I absolutely loved Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Bride followed a vampire and a werewolf. Now Mate follows a werewolf and a hybrid who is werewolf and human, half werewolf, half human. And the first one was very fun, very ridiculous, and very spicy. And I expect nothing less from this. So I'm sure they're gonna get real animalistic with that one. But it's been a very cozy autumnal day today, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and read some books.
So remember when I said we hadn't really got into the vampires yet? I decided to listen to the audiobook. Yeah. This is what we wanted to see. I was gonna start reading the Parable of the Sower graphic novel, but honestly, I'm not really feeling that well. And I just feel like I wanna color and listen to my audiobook. Do you ever just wanna color and listen to your audiobook? So it's actually getting pretty juicy right now. So I think I'm gonna keep going with this, and then I'll probably go back to reading the physical book later or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Y'all, I've been sick as a dog, okay? Sick. So sick. But we have an update on this book. I'm probably about, let's say, 50-ish% through finally. And I am loving it. Like, I'm getting the 5-star feeling. And one thing I've realized about myself is that when I'm really enjoying a book, it's one or the other. Like, I'm rushing to finish it, or I'm reading it kind of slowly but thoroughly enjoying it. Like, I had the same experience when I read Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. It was like I didn't want it to end, so I kind of was like savoring every little bit of it for a while. And then also The Conditions of Will by Thou Who Shalt Not Be Named. Both of those books I read kind of slow, but I loved them and gave them a 5 stars and just loved those characters. And at first, for a second there, I was like, is this giving slow? It was interesting, but it was giving like, is this a little slow? But really, it's just building up so good. Like, at first I was like, we're not really getting to the vampire-ish of it all. But once we got there, we got there. To see Maria, who is the character that was from like the 1500s, like all of these characters that you get to meet throughout their journeys is so interesting. And it's just such a, like a, I guess, juxtaposition between her experience right now and like Alice, who is in 2019. And so she's just such a, like, she just seems so lost. And I guess they're both kind of lost, but in different ways. I don't know, but it's just so interesting. And I love that you get such different experiences of like the old times versus like now, basically. And like based on the original synopsis, where it's like one is a story about hunger, a story about love, and then a story about rage. And I am now like going back to the synopsis, and I'm seeing how all of this is kind of coming together, because you mainly get Maria's story and then you mainly get Alice's story. And I'm now getting to the point where I see where they're intertwining, and it's so good. And I'm like, it's so good. Okay. And also at the point I'm at now, we're having a little Bridgerton vibes. I'm very excited to keep going. And I started listening to the audiobook the other day, and I enjoy listening to audiobooks because it can help you continue the stories while you're trying to like do other things. Like, I was coloring the other day, listening to the audiobook, but for some reason I've been wanting to just pick it up and read it because it's so good. And there's just so much in her writing that's like little intricacies where I'm like, I just want to see it on the page. I just want to see it on the page, and I'm loving it. One thing I will say though is we're getting so much flashbacks in Alice's point of view to like her childhood, to where I'm like, where is this gonna really go? I'm curious, like with her relationship with her sister from when she was younger. So I'm excited to see that. This is where we're at in the story. Let's read a little bit. I might in a little while listen to the audiobook because I do want to paint my nails. I was thinking I want to paint my nails black, I mean, we're only, what, 3 days away from Halloween. I always want black nails, but I feel like it's giving too gothic. But I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let's just read some of this book. I'm starting a Fable book club. It's called Fellowship Book Club, and we're just gonna be kikiing over there, talking chapter by chapter of like whatever we think about the books that we're reading that month. And I was in the car with my husband yesterday, and he was like, Taryn, just started. Like, what is the hesitation? Because I've been saying I wanted to do this for months, and I just haven't done it. And so I was like, you know what? You're right. I should just start it, but like, what if no one joins? Da 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 da. So he's like, just do it, just do it. If all else fails, you're just reading the books by yourself like you always do anyway. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. And today my plan was to like get cute and like really make a good video and like plan it all out. And I have been feeling sick all day. And I said, you know what? Just record a video like this and just tell everybody you started a book club, and whoever joins, they join. You can talk about it again when you're dolled up, whatever, you know. And so I did, and people have been saying they want to join. I already have one official member that has joined already, and I just posted it not even like 5 minutes ago. It's a sweet girl named Journey, who is also a YouTuber, and I love her videos. And just I'm just so excited. I'm like, wow, am I really gonna have a book club where I can just kiki with all the girls about the books? I love that, because like I don't really have that many people to talk to about books except like on social media. So to have like, I don't want to say like a more, I guess more of like an intimate setting, I don't know if that's the correct word to say, but because you can like talk chapter by chapter, there's like a lobby space there, you can vote. Like, it just seems more intimate than just like the YouTube or like TikTok comments, you know? So I'm excited. I'm sorry, I'm like dying. I still have a headache and I just feel like a sticky poo. But I'm just so happy. And I say all that to say, like, everything really doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm learning that now. Like, sometimes you really just have to do it. Am I about to get emotional? Because I just have always just thought, like, I guess, I don't know if it's the Virgo in me. I'm like, everything has to look like this. I have to have makeup on. I have to do this. I have to. But now I'm like in this space where it's like, just do the thing, Taryn. Stop trying to prepare all the time. Just do it. Because all this preparing, you're never going to do it. So we going to just do it.
Guys, I finished this last night and I have my mic because I mean business. I mean business. And my hair, what the heck was that? Why was the curl flopped over like that? I don't know. But child, this book had me crying last night. Crying in the bed. Crying. Yeah. Like right in this moment, I'm contemplating whether this is a 5-star or not. Like, part of me wants to give it a 5-star because it was written so beautifully, and I liked how it all tied together in the end. But I'm also like, there were some moments there where I was bored, you know? There were some moments where I was like, okay, let's get to the gusto. That's how I feel about a lot of books. But it was a great book. It was just written so well, in my opinion. And even though I was bored at some points, it all made so much sense in the end. And I'm like, it was so good. And I feel like a 4 might not be good enough of a rating. But then I'm like, I don't think did I have the 5-star feeling? I feel like at some points I had a 5-star feeling. At certain points I did. And I was like, wow, this book is amazing. I love how poetic it felt. And I cried multiple times. Specifically, both the times actually that I cried had to do with Alice and her sister's relationships. Because I'm a sister. And the sister parts really like made me cry. But the whole like toxic vampire of it all, I was like, is it giving toxic vampire? By the end, it was definitely giving toxic vampire. It made sense why that was like the selling tagline of like toxic lesbian vampires. For a minute there, I was like, okay. No, these vampires was toxic by the end. But yeah, I don't know. I have so many thoughts. I seen somebody post on Instagram saying like after they read a book, they answer like 5 questions about the book so they can really sit with their thoughts and think about it. And I'm thinking this is a book that I really want to do that. Like, I don't think you have to do that for every little book. Like, if I'm reading a little spicy rom-com book, I don't need to sit and do reflection questions. But when it comes to something like this, I do want to think about all the characters and like their development and the overall like meanings of the book. I think I need to do that with this one for sure. But I'm about to start another book. Mind you, today is Thursday, the 30th, and I still have 2 books on the TBR. I thought I was gonna been done Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, and I have not. Today, I think I want to read this. I probably could finish this by tomorrow, like without a question, because honestly, the first book, I ate it up. Okay, Bride, I loved that book. It was so good. And I didn't even realize that this had artwork in it. Apparently, all of them have different artwork, because this is definitely not the picture that I seen. I guess this is our 2 main characters, Serena and Cohen. Oh, I do remember him from the other book too, vaguely. Look, am I making this up? I'm like, does that sound familiar? I feel like I don't really remember all the side characters. When you're dealing with a werewolf pack, there's other pack members, and I do remember when like Misery was in the house, there were so many other pack members that were involved, and I'm wondering, is Cohen the one that I'm thinking he is? Oh, I don't remember, but it really doesn't matter. This is ridiculous. This is fun. This is werewolf smut. And I know it's gonna be a good time. What better book to like bring in Halloween Day? So I'm on the way to the store to meet my sister, and I was like, you know what? Let me see about the audiobook. It is duet narration with Teddy Hamilton. The girls love Teddy Hamilton. You already know. I'm eating it up. And I've only listened to maybe 5 minutes. I have the same sweatshirt on again. I mean, it's Halloween week. When else do you wear a ghost with books shirt? I could not sleep last night. I maybe slept 5 hours. And this is a wellness rescue oil of oregano, ginger, and elderberry shot. I feel like I need some energy. Also, I feel like I'm coming off of a sickness as well, and I just need something to really
make sure I feel okay. And I'm scared that, like, what if I drink this with this oil of oregano and then my stomach starts hurting? I really hope not, because that will be very inconvenient. I forgot to cheers you. Oh. So we're back in the house. We did a little trick-or-treating, a little passing out candy, and now it's time to read because the baby is asleep. We're 40% in, and I'm enjoying it so far. But I will say, I don't think I like the nickname Killer for our female main character. It's a little, I don't know. I'm not loving it. But can I finish this book before the night is over? We gonna see. We gonna see.
Okay. So reading update. My goal was to read these 3 books that were on my October TBR. Today is November 4th. I can confidently say I finished 2 of these books, and the last y'all saw was I was reading Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I wanted to finish this last Friday, which was Halloween night. I fell asleep. The next day came, I kept reading the book. I ended up finishing the book on Sunday, okay? So Sunday, I finished the book. I loved it. I ate it up. I enjoyed it. But that was to be expected because I really enjoyed Bride by Ali Hazelwood. And, what can I say? Cohen. The main character of this book, I loved everything about him. He was the alpha of the Northwestern pack, and he was just so confident in his masculinity, but while still just ready and willing to give Serena everything that she needed. Our FNC, she was also so funny and relatable, and I just loved them both as characters, and it was just so good. I also loved how we got a lot of Serena and Misery from the first book, and you got to see their friendship a lot, and that was really enjoyable. But overall, it was a good little paranormal, spicy, fun time. And if they for some reason continue this with some of the other wolves or something, I'm gonna clock in. Now, I've been going back and forth of what I'm going to rate Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, because for a second there, I think I was having a 5-star feeling. After a few more days, I don't think it's a 5-star. I do think it's a great book, and I'm thinking like 4.25. Like, there were some lulls there. Like, there were some moments where I was getting bored, and I was like, all right, come on, let's get to it. And I think when you have a 5-star and you know deep down in your bones it's a 5-star, you don't have those feelings like ever. You just eat it up. And I think I had some of those feelings. And while I loved this book and I felt like the writing was very lyrical, and it was a very, I don't want to say it was very unique story, but it was unique, but also within the lens of typical vampire lore. I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed the different perspectives and how the whole story came together in the end. So I think I'm going to settle with a 4.25. And I don't know if I said what I'm going to rate this, but I'm rating this a 4 as well. Like, I don't want to say it was nothing special, but like, I think a 5-star, I really have to be like blown away. Like, this was like the best thing I ever read. I don't want to say yeah. I don't know. 5-star is a feeling. That's all I can say. And I didn't get a 5-star feeling, but I did have a great time and I ate it all up. And yeah, these both are like paranormal and have to do with vampires and stuff, but they're just completely different. But they were perfect reads for October. I can't hold you. And then last but not least, Parable of the Sower. I legit read like 15 pages of this and stopped. And it's not to the fault of the book, but it's just because I knew when I started this that I wanted to finish those books more, which is terrible to say. But I think it was just in my mind. I was thinking like it's October. Now is the time to read a vampire or werewolf type book, like October. Now this is spooky because this type of stuff be happening in real life, okay? I feel like I can read this at another time. I felt like I wouldn't want to read those at another time. So at some point, we're getting back to this. Honestly, I may just read it in November and pick it up whenever. So hopefully you'll see me read this in a reading vlog coming up soon. But that's going to be it for this vlog. Thank you for watching. If you've actually stayed and watched this long, comment down below what kind of emoji. Comment down below a vampire or a wolf emoji if you have watched it to this point. But thank you so much, and I'll see you sooner than you think.